Hello? Hello? Hold on, let me get some light. The light, damn you. There we go. Well, hello, and welcome to Kayla's Mystery Corner. Today, we're going to be telling some scary stories. Let me start by lighting the rest of my candles. Why are these trick candles? Like, what's going on here? There you go. I just realized that what I'm doing is probably not a good thing. Okay, why is this? Hold on. First of all, I have liquor next to my candles. Let me move this. This shit's about to start blowing up, and that would not be a great way to like end my life / day. So let me just. All right. Light. Okay. Hello. Hello. So should I add more light? Oh. I wear my sunglasses and okay. Contrary to what I seem like right now, I'm not that far into drinking, so I'm actually gonna take a shot, and I fucking hate taking shots with all that I am. My camera's crooked and that's gonna bother me, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. So I have a spit cup in case I fucking die taking a shot, because literally, I know I'm 25 and like I should be at the prime of my drinking, but I am an old lady and I don't drink ever, so oh god, like one drink, I can't even fill this up all the way. One drink gets me good. Like gets me a little tipsy. 2 drinks gets me a little bit more tipsy. 3 drinks, I'm starting to get drunk. 4 drinks, I'm probably wasted. So I have, God, I have beer to chase this, which is just, I have Angry Orchard. This is pear flavored to chase some vodka. Actually, that might not be the worst, but I feel like it's gonna taste like actual vomit in my mouth. I would just like to thank my Facebook group for encouraging this behavior. You are a disappointment. This is the epitome of peer pressure, and cheers, man. Oh. How old is this? Oh. Can vodka expire? I'm pretty sure this has been sitting on my shelf, oh god, for like 2 years. Open. That is not how I remember vodka tasting. God damn. You guys see me almost throw up back there? It's still sitting right there in my throat. Holy fuck. Ooh, I might edit that one out. Alright, so I think we're good on shots. Let me just continue with my fucking beer because I'm a pussy. Oh god. This beer does not mix with it. Not even a little. Okay. We've swallowed down our vomit. Should I turn on the light? Let me fix my camera. Can you guys like see me? Oh god damn, my lighter. I don't know how much, if at all. Yes. I don't know how much, if at all. Oh god, there's tape stuck to my foot. What is this? What's going on? There's a cat underneath me. God damn. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know how much, if at all, I'm gonna edit this video, so I'm sorry in advance if I don't edit it, because all of this is gonna be in there and you're gonna be like, okay, what's wrong with this girl? But yeah, I don't know what to talk about. So my Facebook group, if I haven't already said this, Island of Misfit Streamers. Love this group with my life, love the people in it. I have to burp. They encouraged me to drink and talk, but I don't know what to talk about, and I feel like this would be better if I was live streaming, but I'm way too nervous and insecure to live stream. and I just feel like it'd be kind of weird, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm just going to sit here and talk about things that maybe you want to listen to me talk about for a little while. I don't really know. I'm just going to keep drinking, and we'll kind of see where the natural conversation with myself takes us. It's the strangest sentence that I've ever put together. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I have my only Halloween decoration set up, which is my tablecloth. In fact, it was like $1.97 at Walmart, so can't beat it. I'm not drunk enough yet to talk. I really don't know what to talk about. Oh god, that vodka, this shit was nasty, man. Nasty, nasty, nasty. It's literally been sitting on my fucking shelf for probably too long. I don't know if alcohol liquor can have an expiration date, but it might have met it. So, I know Tony doesn't drink, but what do the rest of you drink? What's our drink of choice? Personally, for me, it's rum and Coke, which I have none of, which is why I'm forcing down this Angry Orchard and shitty old vodka. I have this bottle of wine right here that I opened, and I haven't dove into this yet. Liberty Creek. My mom gets this, so I'm literally becoming more and more like my mother the older I get. So that's actually not the worst thing in the world, but I can hear my cat cleaning herself right now, and it's making me extremely uncomfortable. Hey, pussy cat, quit licking your, you know. Kitty. Selena. Selena Kyle. What are you eating? She's eating something. Hold on. What do you got? Well, don't act like you're not eating something. Oh, you're eating a fucking rubber band. My cat eats things that aren't edible. Should I turn a light on? Let me turn the light back on. Is that better? Might be better. My cat likes to eat things that aren't actually edible, and it scares the shit out of me because I don't want to pay for that vet bill. So what can we talk about? I'm supposing that you guys probably want to know more about me as a person, but I don't really, it's like a very loaded question, and I don't even know where to start, but God, there's so many layers. So many layers to my life. What's like the quick version of my story? I'm trying to think here. So, God, the complicated part is that there's some stuff I don't want to put on YouTube just because I'm in the military right now, and just in case anyone ever sees it, I don't want there to be stuff that's like held against me. So I might leave out parts of my story, and then when I separate in a year and a half, I can give you guys some more to the story. Now she's attacking fucking styrofoam. Dude, she finds the weirdest shit from the little nooks and crannies of my house. Granted, it's a mess in here right now, but she finds the smallest little fucking things, you know, crumbs in the corner of the couch that she'll fucking drag out and eat and play with. And anyway, so yes, so in a year and a half there's gonna be some more stuff that I'll definitely throw into my story, but for now I'm just gonna keep it like the military rated version, just in case. So basically, I was born in Oswego, New York. It all started on a cold winter night back on January 5th, 1993. Yeah, you know, kind of like a rough childhood, I would say. And then high school wasn't too much better. I had like a little popular phase in middle school / like the beginning of high school until I realized that I wanted to be able to be myself and still have friends. So I stopped with just, I mean, I was goofy and stuff like that, but I also was like so obsessed with like what people thought of me and things like that, that I kind of just started to isolate myself. And by like senior or sophomore year, I don't think I had as big of a group of friends. I kind of knew everybody from like every clique though, but like my close friends were typically older and typically just like different assortments of people. Dude, what is she going after? Selena, you're driving me insane. Like every little thing she can find, she's batting around. So high school was interesting. I have had numerous terrible relationships. Don't even get me started. It's so hard to talk about yourself, and there's certain things that you're just exhausted of talking about. But I've had like a lot of really bad relationships. I guess in the spirit of gaming with Gramps, Tony, you kind of posted like something more vulnerable about yourself. My first real relationship that I had lasted 4 years, and it was the worst experience in my life, but also like I don't regret it because it made me who I am. But it was basically like 3 or 4 years of just the worst type of stuff you can imagine in a relationship. Literally the worst. And it's so weird because when you're in it, like you somehow get brainwashed and tricked, and you get convinced that you're the crazy one and that you're like acting a certain way. And it's so crazy looking back on it, especially now working in mental health and realizing like I was in a very, very abusive relationship, both emotionally, mentally, physically, just everything. It was just, this is getting depressing. Why am I talking about this? Really bad relationship for 4 years. Just completely abusing of me. He abused me. Made me a crazy person. I honestly thought I was bipolar at that point because I was just all over the place with my emotions. But like looking back, it's because I was going fucking crazy with the fact that he was just screwing me over left and right and just manipulating me and making me think I was crazy, and just my emotions were all over the place because I didn't even realize what was happening right in front of my own eyes. Got cheated on by him alone more times than I can even count. I caught him like 3 or 4 times. 1, or actually 2 of which, technically, were with my best friend at the time. She's not my friend anymore. Don't even get me started. Literally, like, the worst of the worst of the worst of what you can imagine in a relationship is what happened to me. Right off the bat, 17 to about 21 was when I dated him. Yeah, I was prideful. I moved out of my parents' house at 18, thought I knew it all. Moved in with this guy, dropped out of college, was working retail. Wasn't really doing a whole lot with my life. I don't know. I wasn't going anywhere. And so long story short, he had cheated on me numerous times. I kept forgiving him, taking him back, but I, kept saying like it can't happen again. Well, the last time it happened, I was like, it seriously cannot happen again, because as much as you cry and act like you're the one that's hurt and like emotionally like unstable and like you've been through shit in your childhood, and that's what he would use to justify it, like was like, oh, I've been through this and that, and that's the reason why I did it, and I feel like I'm not getting enough attention from you, and blah 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 blah, making me feel bad, basically guilt tripping me into like taking him back. Oh goddamn. The last time it happened, I was like, this is the last time that's gonna happen. And there was a point in time where we were broken up for 6 months but still living together in a house where I had like 8 roommates. I call it the house of broken dreams. Literally had busted out windows. When we moved in, it had feces on the ground that we had to clean up to move in. Just like the epitome of the ghetto. Just a shitty, shitty house with like 8 other people. I was so poor at this point. I was living on food stamps. I was working like 21 hours a week minimum wage. Like I wasn't making shit. Luckily our rent was only like $200, $300 a month, but goddamn, it was so bad there. Craziest shit happened. Don't even get me started. A girl had a miscarriage in our toilet. Like other people, people showed up at the house, like a bunch of guys with like baseball bats and weapons, like threatening to be one of our roommates, trying to bust in our door and stuff. Like a bunch of crazy stuff happened there. And I need another beer. Hold on. Intermission. So anyway, while we were living there for about 6 months, we were broken up, and luckily we had enough bedrooms that we kind of made it work. I was sleeping on an air mattress by myself, like devastated, while he's like bringing home other chicks, and don't even get me into it. He'd go missing for weeks at a time and never knew what he was doing. Just crazy shit. We ended up getting back together because I was stupid back then. And then it happened again. And at this point, when it happened again, the last time I let it happen, we lived in a popcorn store. There was a popcorn store, and then there was like an upstairs apartment. We were in the upstairs apartment, so literally smelled like popcorn 24/7 in there. Nasty as hell. And I was a crazy bitch back then, and I used to look through his phone, and I will admit that I've never done that with anyone else since then. he just gave me enough reasons to be psycho. Looked through his phone. Basically what happened, long story short, was he was out at a bar all fucking night. Mind you, bars close at like 2 a.m. in New York, and he was gone till like 5 or 6 in the morning. So by the time he crawled into bed and just reeked of alcohol, I waited for him to fall asleep and, you know, gave it an hour or two, whatever. I got up and went through his phone, and all night he'd been sending this girl that he worked with these nasty texts, like asking her to hook up and just how much he wanted to have sex with her, and he was basically chasing her all around town trying to find her so that he could hook up with her, and she was like not into it, and she was like, dude, leave me alone. And he just was persisting, kind of creepy actually how much he was persisting. And looking back again, I'm like, so many red flags. I was so stupid at that point, I didn't realize. But basically, long story short, I just got pissed off. Woke him up by holding the phone over his face, slapped him as hard as I could across the face, and I was like, I'm fucking leaving you. And I remember just, you know, I had my mom come help me actually, but I started off loading, you know, all my stuff into my Durango. At that time I drove Durango, you know, all my shit, all my furniture. Just, I had my mom come help me with the big furniture, and I remember him just like sitting in the fetal position on the ground, bawling like, please don't leave me, please don't go, this, that, what, the same shit he would always do, just make me feel like shit about the fact that I was mad about something that he did to fuck up. Literally worst relationship of my life, but that's what led me to, at that point, being 20, 21 years old, moving back with my parents, and I was like, this is not happening, I'm not moving back in with my parents. I can't live with them. I mean, I love my parents to death, but I just didn't want to be that person that's 30 years old living with my parents. I was like, I gotta do something with my life. Dropped out of college. I'm working a dead-end job. I was literally, by the time I moved back in with my parents, I was spending more on gas to get to my job than I was making in my job. So I was like, I need to do something else in my life. And that's how I got to join the Air Force. So for one, it was to get out of my hometown, because everything I saw, everything I did, the people I knew, all reminded me of him. They all knew him somehow, or like all my friends were like in his friend circle. It's a small town. I graduated like 34 people in my graduating class. My whole high school, actually my whole school, which was kindergarten through 12th grade, had like 250 people maybe. 300 at most. And like I said, I graduated with like 34, 35, 36 people, somewhere in there. Really small area I'm from. So anywhere I went, everything I did just reminded me of this douchebag. And I was like, and plus I'm 21 living with my parents. I was like, I can't do this. So I went and talked to a recruiter. Shortly after that, I started dating someone else. But long story short, it didn't work out just because I was joining the Air Force and he had other stuff going on and just things like that. Like, it just wasn't really meant to be. But he was a nice guy and everything like that. But my parents ended up moving down to Pittsburgh December of 2013. I stayed behind with the guy I was dating at that time, and at this point I was working at Justice. And basically I had given them a certain date that I would be done by, so I just stayed behind to finish working out through like the new year, and then I moved down to Pittsburgh with my family. Went down there within like a week. I had a job at Five Below. Basically I just consistently was trying to get jobs to keep myself, you know, even though I was living with my parents and I didn't have to pay rent or anything, but just to keep myself afloat. I was always working. There was never really a point in time where I wasn't working, you know, for more than like a month or two. So, got a job at Five Below, was, you know, going to the recruiter once a month, PTing, things like that. And I shipped out May of 2014. I joined the Air Force as Open General, which basically means I didn't know what kind of job I was going to get going in. I had no idea. I was just ready to get, I mean, at this point I was in Pittsburgh, so it wasn't, you know, again, it wasn't, at that point it wasn't to leave the area or my, you know, I already got away from all that, like my ex and everything. But it was more just because I didn't want to live with my parents. I didn't want to be 30 years old living with my parents. Like, that was the goal, was like, I gotta get out of here now, go start a career, things like that. So I joined the Air Force not even knowing what I was going to be doing. I was supposed to be airborne mission systems, but I had some situations come up that kind of made that fall through. That would probably be a whole separate story time. But basically came in not knowing what I was going to do. So in my head, I was like, I'm going to be security forces, which is like the military police. And I was like, whatever, if I get it, I get it. I don't even care what I do. Like, I just want to, you know, kind of start my own life, do my own thing. I ended up being a mental health technician, obviously. Hello, here I am. And since I've joined the Air Force, like, literally, it's been the best decision of my life. It took me a long time to get over that guy. I'm not gonna lie. A really, admittedly, way too long of a time to get over that guy. I was hoping that boot camp would help. I was hoping that tech school would help. I was hoping that dating other people would help. But it took years for me to get past that. It stayed with me in my core. Even to this day, there's certain things that just affect me differently just because of the fact that I've been through being cheated on and just, God, being physically abused, emotionally abused, almost shoved down a flight of stairs, covered in bruises, held against my will, like pinned down against my will. Just things I've been through that traumatized me. So now sometimes I get weird about certain things and I don't even mean to, like I consciously, you know, I think I'm past it, but then something happens where I'm like, okay, like this shit fucked me up a little bit. But, you know, I'm working on it and I'm pretty well past it. 98% of the time I'm good, but there's 2% of the time where something happens and it kind of like, you know, it gives me a little tick like, okay, you know, this doesn't sit well with me for this, that, and the next reason. But person I'm dating now is amazing, dude. He's literally, if soulmates are a thing, he's literally my soulmate. Like, he's so patient with me. He's so understanding. He thinks I'm like goofy and beautiful and like he just thinks like my shit don't stink. And even if it did, he would still love me. But he's literally like the best guy ever and I'm so thankful to have him. And the cool part about the fact that I'm dating him is I've actually known him for like 16 years. We literally grew up together. I've known him since I was like 8. He was in my class. Like literally we spent our whole childhood together, but we were never like, he and I were never really close. We just like talked every now and then in school, but we were both really awkward, like hi, hee hee, okay, run away and hide, never talk to you again type of people. And so we never dated. I had a huge crush on him junior year, I think it was sophomore and junior year of high school. I had like the most ridiculous crush on this guy. He's a huge gamer, especially back then. He was huge in the Xbox and Halo and just like a bunch of stuff, and I was so into that because I was nerdy too, and I was just like, oh my god, plus he's hot as fuck. So I was like, dude, I love this guy. And I wanted him to ask me to junior prom, but he ended up going with this other girl, and he apparently had a terrible time. I've since talked to him about this, and he's like, dude, I wish I knew that you liked me because I would have asked you. But I'm starting to believe that everything happens for a reason, and I have a feeling that if we got together back then, that it might not have worked out because maybe we just weren't at like, you know, a good point in our lives to be together and just not enough maturity and things like that. So I'm glad that things worked out the way they did, and I think my experiences have helped me grow as a person. So yeah, basically long story short, we ended up getting stationed together in San Antonio like a year, March of, well, he was here for a while, but we didn't hang out until March of 2017, right? Yeah, because it's been like a year and a half. We hung out March of 2017, and it all happened fast. Like, not like that happened fast, but like our feelings for each other happened like really fast. The first time we hung out, I'm pretty sure like we knew that something was there, but we had to end the night early because we had like friends with us and they like wanted to go do other stuff. So the next time we hung out, I always confuse like the second and third time we hung out, but the second time we hung out, we basically like went bar hopping downtown San Antonio, you know. We ended up with places I didn't even know existed. We're with it ended up being a double date, and I didn't even realize it was kind of a double date. It's you know, that's a whole other story. Like, the girl technically had a fiance, the other girl, but the guy that was with her had a crush on her, so it wasn't really a date. Like, she was like, oh, we're friends, but he was like, dude, I'm in love with you type of thing. But then it was me and JP, and so yeah. Basically we went bar hopping and dancing and like, I don't know, the whole thing is just a very complicated story, but like just had a great night. And then his buddy ended up letting it slip that JP had a crush on me in high school, and then JP was like shoving his head in his hand because he was like, seriously. And so that was when I like first knew that he at least liked me in high school. Maybe didn't like me now, but. And we hung out one more time after that, where we went out again with like 2 of his friends. It was me, him, 2 of his friends. And that was the first time that he like put his hand on the small of my back, and I was like, okay, he likes me. And it's so weird because it was like literally like, just imagine like your high school crush, or like, you know, like one of your earliest crushes that you had, and imagine it being like someone that you never really got past, like even as they like got older and matured. And like after we graduated high school, I remember looking at his Facebook, and he would like post pictures of him like in a suit with a full beard smoking a cigar, and I'm just like, boy, like I could not design a better guy. Like he's the most handsome guy I've ever seen. And I remember looking at his pictures and literally, I'm not just saying this because we're dating, like seriously looking at his pictures and being like, dude, I could not design a better guy. I literally could not design a better guy. Like he's matured so much. He's so fucking hot. Like, and I was just on a mission to find someone at least close to that. And I always thought he was so far out of my league, so far out of my league. Like he was super popular, athletic, funny as hell, huge gamer. Like he hung out with all the popular guys. And then there was me, like the awkward girl that like brought a Rubik's Cube to school and was like fucking weird and like I don't know. So, and the thing was, I thought he knew I had a crush on him because one of my friends talked to him for me and asked if he wanted to go to prom with me, but he said he already had a date or something. I don't know. I don't know what that conversation was because I wasn't there for it, but I was convinced he didn't like me. And so, imagine my surprise, years and years and years later. At this point, this was last year, I was 24. I had a crush on this guy when I was like 15, 16, 17. And then I was 24 and found myself hanging out with him downtown San Antonio, drinking, dancing, just having a great time, eating Mexican food, the best food, oh my God, ever known to man, and just, God, having a great time. And ended up going back to his place. His buddy stayed on the couch, and he and I were just like, actually the first time, ooh, I don't remember. See, I confused the second and third night. I think I stayed the night at his place once before that, and I slept on the couch, and he went to bed. But basically what happened was we stayed up till like 5 in the morning just talking, and it was amazing. The second time, so I think the third or fourth time we hung out, since being in San Antonio, we went back to his place, and his friend slept on the couch, and then we were just kind of being goofy, like cooking in the kitchen, just, you know, like talking to each other and stuff like that. And then I don't even remember how it happened, but he was like, so you can sleep in my bed tonight. And I was like, okay, are you gonna sleep there too? And he was like, yeah, we're both adults, we'll both sleep in my bed. I was like, okay. Full disclosure, we didn't do anything that night except make out. But we went to bed, and it was just really sweet. And the way that he kind of made like a move and like put his arm around me, and then like the only thing I could think to say was, why didn't we date in high school? I was like, I don't know what to say. I felt so awkward. Like literally like my high school crush like becoming a reality, like was so weird. And he was like, I don't know. And then we just made out for the rest of the night, and then we went to sleep, and it was amazing. And yeah, a year and a half later, we're doing the whole long distance thing. We were together until August of, so we started seeing each other. It was literally St. Patrick's Day. It was the first time we like hung out again at 24 years old in 2017. And then we basically lived together until August of 2017. And that's when he, all right. Oh God, it's crooked again. All right, just fix it. All right guys, so my camera died, my battery died, so I did a quick swap-a-roo. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. It doesn't matter. I was talking about relationship stuff. You guys get the point. I'm happy now. We're good. Had some shitty stuff in the past, but we're good. So I've been all over the place. The camera, the battery that just died is charging, so hopefully this one doesn't die before that one's charged. You know what I mean? I don't know how long this video is going to be. I know there's 1 or 2 parts so far that I'm like, ooh, I'm going to cut that out just because of my job. But these are things that I will discuss with you guys in a year and a half. Tony maybe understands, like, there's certain things that I just don't want public while I'm in the military. Things that could not be good for my career, if you catch my drift. So I will definitely discuss these things down the line, I promise. I feel like I filter myself a lot just because I'm like, oh, my job, let me, just in case, like, if they ever found out, like, I said something like that, they could, like, get me in trouble with shit like that. So I'm gonna keep it a certain rating, but I need another beer. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm gonna fucking be weird for you guys. BRB. Alright. So, this one is not very good at all. It's like really hard to twist. But, I want to give you guys an idea of who I am. Because I'm unusual. There's things about me that I usually stand in my own way of talking about, and I'm, you know, in high school and middle school especially, I feel like I was more open about it, but then like something happened, like social peer pressure and stuff like that, where I became kind of insecure, and like I feel like I stand in my own way a lot, and this isn't, I mean, I'm not talking about me solving a Rubik's Cube, I'm just talking in general. I stand in my own way all the fucking time. Like, there's so much I'm capable of, but then I stop myself because I'm like, well, what if this happens or that happens or blah, 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 blah. So here, I'm just going to solve a Rubik's Cube for you guys. I swear to God, I just shuffled that randomly. I have no idea what pattern I just did. Plus, I'm drunk, so like I can actually memorize it anyway. So let me just, and it's going to take me, I'm sorry, don't time me doing this because it's going to take me longer than it usually would. I'm just trying to prove to you guys that I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And literally, I was a girl in high school that brought a Rubik's Cube to school, like, fucking like every day, to be honest with you. Once I figured out how to solve it, like, this thing was in my hand at school. And it got to the point where, like, my math teacher and stuff, too, also had a Rubik's Cube, and we would both, like, try to, like, time each other. Like, we'd have competitions and stuff. Totally normal thing, you know, just to see who could solve it faster, and I was always faster, by the way. And so once I, like, you know, mastered the 3x3, which is the one I'm holding in my hand right now, I got a 5x5 for, like, Christmas or some shit. And I was like, I'm gonna solve a 5x5. And I, like, literally figured out how to do that within like 2 days. And, you know, so then I was bringing the 5x5 to school because I was like, you know, my teacher has a 3x3. Now I have a 5x5, so you know I'm the best. Like, I can do this shit, she blah, 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 blah. I got a 7x7 too, like a couple years later, a year later or so. I can never fucking do the 7x7. Oh, I feel like I just messed that up, fuck. Oh no, we're good. Okay. I can never do the 7x7, man. I think like the fastest time for that is like a couple hours or something, to be honest with you. And you know, yeah, like I couldn't even figure out how to start to do it. Like, it just works differently because I can't even explain why. I don't know. I just for some reason couldn't fucking figure it out. So yeah. I don't know what my cat's doing, but if you hear whatever sound that is, it's her. Selena! I'm sorry, I feel like I've spent this whole video yelling at my cat. She gets into everything, dude. What are you doing? Hey. Dude, what are you into? Oh my God, you are just the most naughty little kitty I've ever met in my whole life. Why are you destroying stuff? Oh my God. Dude, I'm on this like whole project right now. I got 3 friends that are pregnant, so I'm like making these diaper bouquet things. So I have these like little foam balls that I'm using to stick the skewers and have diapers on them. And I had to cut it. Dude, that means you were on the counter, you fuck. I just realized that. Damn. Anyway. Dude, I try not to let my cat on the counter. And she gets up there anyway. I'm sorry. I don't always yell at my cat. She's just frustrating me tonight. But, yeah, I'm making these, like, diaper bouquets, and for my friends that have, like, tissue paper, and you get the gist. Instead of flowers, it's diapers. And, she keeps finding the foam to it, and is eating it. She's not just playing with it, she's literally eating it. So, you know, that's great and everything. So, God, this is really hard to twist. I don't know what happened to my other one. I think I left it in my old job, and when I left, it's not there anymore, obviously. Dude, okay, seriously, real talk, I'm gonna have to take a break to go clean up all the styrofoam that she's into. Because she's going back to it right now. Okay. Almost done. Alright, give me 3 seconds to go get a broom and clean up what she just did. In case you didn't see it, it's all. I'm probably gonna edit out me yelling at her because I'm gonna have people like, why are you yelling at your cat? Dude, she literally gets into everything in my place. She's like the worst cat I've ever owned. Like, I've had cats get into stuff, but she's like extra. I don't know if she's just super bored or what the deal is, but she literally like drives me crazy, dude. Like, if hair ties that I didn't even know existed, she finds them in like the ends of the universe and then chews them up and plays with them and loses them all over the place. My blousing straps for my uniform, my military uniform, my ABUs. None of you know what I'm talking about, but my little, I'll show you. I think I got some over here, maybe. Right here. These things, these little, they basically blouse your pants. You tuck your pants into them under your, on top of your boots. That's how, like, you know, people in the military don't have loose pants over their boots. She finds them and eats them and shreds them, and it's so annoying. I can't have anything unless I had like a lockbox to put everything in. She would find it, because even if I put it in drawers, she pulls it out and eats it, and it's very frustrating. I love her to death. I love this cat so much, but she's a pain in the fucking ass.
So now we're having Kayla and Selena time. Do you want to tell them anything? Do you want to say anything to my Facebook group? Nothing you want to do? Now you're going to be quiet and well behaved? Even though like 4 seconds ago you were being a little brat?
She never sits on me. This is really weird. That's because of the new tablecloth. You're like, ooh, what's up here?
What is all this? Good girl.
You're cute.
Are you happy?
Oh, she's just sitting on me. She never does this. Oh, there she goes. And the moment passed. Cat butt, cat butt, cat butt. Hey. You ever just want to squeeze your animals to like death? No, it should just be. No, it's an actual thing. I've looked it up before. Like, it's so much cuteness that like your mind doesn't know what to do with it. It changes it into aggression. It's great. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I don't know what else to talk about, guys. What else is there? Let me look at my phone and see if you guys have said anything else to me. Also, I do this thing when I'm nervous where I change my accent for some reason. I don't really know. You'll notice it in my videos, though. I'm actually a zombie bar crawl. Oh, bro. That sounds so fun. What else is there to talk about, really? I mean, I'm in the Air Force. Kind of burnt out on my job, to be honest with you. Totally burnt out. Hopefully going to Korea in April. Maybe need surgery. Although my hip hasn't been hurting as bad lately, so I'm like, maybe I'll be okay. But also I just have anxiety about the surgery. But also my hip really hasn't been hurting, so I'm like, maybe I'm okay. What else is there to talk about? I'm trying to think. Like, I talked about my personal life, my love life, my job. I feel like I'm missing something still, though. Like, there's so much more to talk about. I solved the Rubik's Cube for you guys. I wore sunglasses at night for you. Like, what else do you want from me, people? What do you want from me? I don't know. I have chips out in my car, and I wish they were not in my car. That would be great. Left them out there because I had to make like 4 trips upstairs with all my groceries earlier, and I live on the 3rd floor. And all that was left in there was a box of chips. I got like the single party chips or whatever. Man, I was like, you know what, I'll come get these later. I just left them in my car, and now I want them. And now I want them. Man. Yeah, that's like listen to some music or something. I don't know. I'm gonna end up editing this video anyway, so I don't think it really matters what's in here. I don't think it matters. So if I record myself singing, I record myself singing. And what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're gonna have to listen to me sing if I want to include myself in. Wrecking Ball, Miley Cyrus. Yep. Wow, I can't figure out how to use this when I'm drunk. Oh shit. Oh god, why is this so difficult? Okay. You got this. Don't watch me. Thank you. Took you not watching me. Am I still recording? Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, so I might end this video soon because I don't know what you guys want from me. Gaming with Gramps and fucking Diana, the quest. I can't even think right now. Like, my brain's not working. Quest accepted. See, I know the name of your channel, but I'm like, ooh, right now. Look, free shout out. There you go. If anybody watches this, Quest Accepted is pretty cool too. Actually, really fucking cool. Like, you're honestly probably one of my more favorite channels that I've seen so far. You're pretty fucking cool. Like, you guys are chill as fuck. Like, I would hang out with you and drink and be stupid with you, and I wish we lived closer. Yes. But here I am by myself instead, with all my friends and my other friend. Yeah, I feel like I'm hitting a wall, plus I feel like I've talked about enough that this is going to be a really long video, so I think I'm going to leave it there for you guys, and I hope this is everything that you hoped it would be, and if not, then I'm sorry that I wasn't good enough drunk, but like, man, if I hang out with people, I promise you, like, I'm 25 and a half more times more interesting than this. Right now, I just feel like I'm tired. Because I'm an old lady and I go to bed early, okay? I thought my phone was right here, but oh, it's right here. Wow, that was weird. I saw my phone light up over there and it was not over there. Yeah, on that note, I'm telling you, these are trick candles, man. Alright, on that note, I'm gonna go because I feel like I'm hitting a wall, and I don't want you guys to see the wall when I hit it, because it's not a very soft wall. It's more of like a brick, very bricky type wall. Maybe has some spikes sticking out of it. It's not a great wall to hit, so 0 out of 10. Would not recommend hitting this wall. Yes. So I'm gonna go. I don't know when this video is gonna go up. I really have no idea. I know I'm posting another video tomorrow. It's Saturday right now. I'm posting another one tomorrow. This might go up tomorrow too. I don't really know. This is gonna be a bonus video because I got asked to get drunk. So, I mean, it was easy to ask me to get drunk because I give into peer pressure. So, yeah, I'm lame. Hi. If anybody's in San Antonio, hit me up because I like to party sometimes. Not really. You gotta give me like a week notice and then maybe I'll come party with you. If you give me like a day or two notice, I'm not gonna show up. I might be like, oh yeah, maybe we'll hang out, and then I won't show up. So give me at least a week. Alright. Alright, bye.